They claim it's A+ intelligence in their report. I haven't seen the classified data that says they really have or they really haven't. They claim that.
Got it. Pete Hoekstra, thank you, sir.
Yep.
Why, just as the politics matter, why was he so, I mean, if this had been a Democratic president and something like this, Congressman Pete Hoekstra, do you think he just would have gone on, former congressman, like he just did about why we need to doubt it?
Well, I love Pete Hoekstra, so I'm not going to go after Pete Hoekstra.
But it's just explain what just happened there.
But what happens with a report like this is after the Iraq WMD fiasco, one of the things they did in the reforms of the intelligence community is they added this level of, there's high confidence, mid-level confidence, low-level confidence. The other thing they do in all presidential intelligence analysis is they add dissenting views. So if there are dissenting views in the intelligence community, that was in the classified report.
Okay.
So if there was no dissent in the report, it's not because no one dissented.
Okay.
So they should have included all of that information. But I think the point that Pete and the Trump people should be making, which is absolutely true, is that the issue here is not whether Russia tried to influence our election. They obviously did. The report said they've been trying to do it since they were the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
They always are trying to do it. The question
anyone really shocked by that?
But the question is not did they try. The question is did they succeed? And the answer is absolutely not. They didn't influence our election.
How can
Think
you
about
say
this.
that?
Well, let's put it
WikiLeaks,
this
you
way.
don't think that had any effect on anybody?
Russia did not set up a private server in Hillary Clinton's basement and put classified information on it and lie to the American people.
She did the bad stuff, but they exposed it.
Well, okay, but that's it. So if there was nothing to expose, there would be nothing. First of all, that's not actually.
Do you think Donald Trump did nothing untoward at all? Like if they had, and the Republicans at the RNC, nothing? There was nothing to find there?
No, what I'm saying is that I don't think this was a tipping point in the election in any way, shape, or form. And most of these stories that hurt Hillary Clinton were not broken by WikiLeaks in Russia. They were broken by the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal.
The Podesta stuff, that was the drip. But doesn't this same Intel committee report conclude that Russia did fail to actually influence the election? They tried, and even they apparently realized, we didn't make it.
So I think there's two different issues here that too many people oftentimes conflate. Did they tamper with the actual election?
No.
There's nobody who says that they did. Right? Nobody says they tampered with election machines, that they didn't mess with election day, right? But did they influence the election itself? Now, I am not a Democrat who believes that what Russia did is why Hillary Clinton lost.
Right.
There are a lot of reasons why Hillary Clinton lost, but this is one of them. The DNC hack had nothing to do with Hillary Clinton's private server. The Podesta hack had nothing to do with Hillary Clinton's private server. They went in, they leaked this information.
Just to take you back to the date before, the weeks before the election, though, she was looking pretty good up until, I mean, she went up and she went down.
Yeah.
But that Comey letter came out, the second one, saying, Weiner, good old Weiner, once again has screwed things up. And he's got something, and we need to see it. And her numbers started tanking, and the Democrats freaked out, and then she lost. So, I mean...
That wasn't Russia.
That's my point.
Look, there's a lot of reasons, but here's the thing. For so long, there was a steady drip of emails that were hacked and leaked through WikiLeaks.
But Mark's point is she should just be a better person.
But Donald Trump, look, if Donald Trump said today they had no influence over the election at all. But here's my question. Didn't Donald Trump every single day attack Hillary Clinton based on emails that were obtained from this Russian hack? Yes, if it wasn't influential, he wouldn't have used it.
It wasn't just that. That was a minor part of the message. By the time those WikiLeaks emails came out, Americans had already concluded that Hillary Clinton was dishonest, large percentage, and that she was corrupt.
And we talked about how they confirmed a pre-existing belief.
That's exactly
which is
right.
Why they were damaging.
This wasn't fake news. This was real news.
But Russia also did that.
This was real news that Democrats did not want the American people to see, which is that Hillary
Clinton... But let me
Clinton...
just ask you before I let you go, but isn't it disturbing, though, whether it helped or hurt?
Yes.
It's disturbing to have Russia mess with our elections.
Yes,
like, get out of here.
And this is what's so frustrating to me is that the president-elect isn't showing that same level of frustration that...
He's trying to get along with Vladimir Putin. He doesn't want to get off on the wrong foot.
Democrats and Republicans on the Hill are showing the same level of frustration and anger over this. Where is the president-elect?
If you will come out and say, and Democrats will come out and say, we know this had nothing to do with the outcome of the election. This is not about discrediting Donald Trump. This is about finding out what Russia did and stopping it. Every Republican would be on board with that, but that's not what the Democrats are saying. They are trying to use this to discredit Donald Trump's election.
When you insert the political angle, like,
if you're willing to go ahead and say that, and every Democrat's willing to go ahead and say that, I'm on board.
They have accepted that he is the president, and we will discuss that with Chris Stirewalt when he joins us later. It is official. It is official now. they've accepted. Great to see you both.
Thanks, you.
Well, our producer at the Fort Lauderdale International Airport says the feds could come to the